Hello, hope everyone is having a great February. Today I'm going to start a five-part series on 5 things that home sellers need to do to prepare their home for a successful sale. So those 5 things are maintenance, updates, curb appeal, cleaning, and staging. Now, let's start with maintenance. Okay, so a well-maintained home is viewed by buyers as a newer home and obviously more desirable, right? I remember going to visit a house that I was interested in, and we had the key, and then we were trying to get in. The poor realtor was trying to unlock the door, and the door lock was just really sticky. It was really hard to get, tons of jostling, trying to see if we can get a different access point, trying to see how else we can get in the house. And then finally we were able to get that darn key to work. But that was an instant red flag as far as maintenance. I remember standing there and also having time to look around and just seeing, kind of bad wood. And this is a nice area of town, but badly maintained porch, paint that was peeling. And it was just like, oh no, this house is going to be a headache. It's not the right one for me. So don't be that house. So really the rule is, when it comes to maintenance, is if your house is if you have anything broken in your house, you need to fix it. So if it's broke, fix it. So what does that mean? Everything, right? So if there's damage to those walls, you got to get them fixed. If doors that open and slam and make, a hole in the wall with doorknobs, I see that. That needs to be addressed. Ceiling issues, right? Maybe something's been fixed up there, but now there's a big splash in the ceiling. I'm sorry, that ceiling is going to have to get painted. We don't want partial repairs. We want them all the way repaired. Faucets that are leaking need to be replaced, or they can get fixed. Things that are going, any leaking issues, obviously, need to be addressed. Windows that are broken, make sure they're fixed or replaced. Cabinet doors, things that are kind of off their hinges, fix those. Probably another common one I see is closet doors. Those louver doors can get a little wonky. Make sure those are addressed or replaced. Really anything, if you just go through your home on with a fine tooth comb and you see maintenance, things that need to be repaired, this is the time to do it. So don't wait until the inspection for these to come up. Don't wait for buyers to point out their concerns. That's where you're going to start losing money. Okay. So, the other side of that is once you fix a broken issue, make sure it looks fixed. There's been a number of times I've been in houses where there was water damage, there was a leak, and the leak got repaired. It's no longer an issue, but there's still a big spot on the wall or damage to a windowsill and or a crack in a ceiling. And, the sellers tell me, oh, but it's been fixed. Yeah, but the buyers who walk through your house don't know that. Now, all they think is, oh my, there's a crack in the ceiling. What other problems are there? We don't want buyers thinking that. Really, it's going to lower your ability to negotiate the best price for your house. You're going to have buyers that now are less likely to put in an offer in the first place because they see that there's issues and they just don't want the headache, right? So our ultimate goal is, by addressing maintenance, we want to do a few things. We want to put the buyer's mind at ease. This is a great house. It's been well maintained. It's going to be a good house for me. 2, we want to have less to fix at the end, right? So now we've negotiated a price. We're under contract, and now the inspection report comes through and there's all these things that need to be fixed. Guess what? That chips away at your negotiated price. right? So you're like, yay, I have a great price. Well, now if you have to address all these maintenance issues, you're losing money then. If they were addressed prior to that point, then you can know what price it is and hopefully get better offers because it's more well maintained, and you're not losing money on the back end. Now you're negotiating with some confidence, knowing that maintenance is already addressed, and you're not going to have to deal with losing money after the inspection report comes back. Let's see here. You also have a positive experience with you and the buyer. Selling a home is super stressful. You already have enough on your plate, besides dealing with the back and forth negotiations with a buyer that you're just hoping will get all the way to close. The buyer's stressed out. They're coming to the table buying something that's expensive, right? So they're, everyone's on like high alert. Let's make the whole experience positive for both you and the buyer. Address those issues before it goes on the market. And then ultimately, when it comes to how a buyer views that house when they go through it, if you're addressing all those maintenance issues, when they do it does come time for that buyer to say, okay, yeah, I do want to put an offer on this house. If they have to think like, but I need to make sure, let's see, we got to address some of those. That's a problem. That's not what I want. That's not well maintained. The offer that they're going to write is going to be less if they have to, factor that in to their costs. So ultimately, the goal here is for you to have the most successful sale, for you to make the most money on the outcome of the sale, because it is an asset, usually most people's biggest asset, for you to build wealth and have funding for your next adventure, your next house, right? So don't leave money on the table. A well-maintained house has more value to the buyer. The investment of getting those things fixed is going to be returned to you and then some. And it's going to return to you in a couple ways. It's going to be returned to you in time, right? Less time on the market, which is big, right? More offers coming in. The more offers coming in, the more likely you're going to sell quicker. So you don't have the holding costs of keeping a house on the market, right? Maintaining all the costs that it is to have a house, mortgage, electricity payments, insurance, that kind of thing. So less time is also going to be more money, right? Same thing with a faster close. It's going to save you time and headaches and also give you more money. And then ultimately, again, just other ways you get a return on the investment is better offers. You're not losing that money by addressing inspection items. And also, if you do have a house that sits on the market longer, there is more of a potential for a price drop. So that's when you lose a nice big chunk of money, which we want to avoid. So get those things addressed, get them maintained. You are going to invest money on the front end, but this is a return on investment deal where you invest it now. It will come back to you when you sell that home. So make sure you're not leaving anything that needs to be fixed. Have a good day.